Hey y'all, part of working out on the farm is having to keep your animals alive and having to watch out for predators that are always after them. So this is not the funnest thing in the world that we do, but this is part of it. You can see right here where the ground's all tore up, messed up. We got a bad problem with feral cats. So we caught a feral cat this morning. We caught a feral cat a couple days ago, and actually this makes over 50 over the past 10 years. So what I'm going to show you is how I make a set to take care of feral cats and possums and raccoons and whatnot. Let me pause that. Alright, anyway, this is a Bridger 1.5 special. The mother company is Minnesota Trap Lines Incorporated, and we will be selling these products along with Duke products and others in the next coming months. But Bridger is a good brand. It's not the most expensive in the world, but these are my favorite ones so far, and they're like $8 a piece. So the only thing I changed was I do have these on a double stake system. So there's 2 stakes in the ground driven crossways, so no matter who pulls on it, if someone tries to steal it or whatever, your stuff will be there. So I got to reset this. And what I love about these is it's got a what do you call a night latch on the dog right here. So when you have that flipped all the way back, it's nice because you know you're not going to get your hands here. And when you get ready, you put your hand on the dog, and there's a little ball that sticks up, and you know it's ready to go. So when you're setting it, because I have caught myself plenty of times, and it don't feel good. So anyway, all this is completely tore up. So what we got to do is called a remake, and we got to start all over again. So the stakes are already in the ground, and no, I don't have gloves on because either way, they're gonna know you was here. So what you want to do, you have what's called a trap bed. The stake's gonna be down there. Then I'm going to sift some dirt over the top of it, or some sand rather, where we are here. We're going to want this just below the level of the ground. So we're going to take the trap, smooth this out, make sure there's no sticks or anything in there. You got to get rid of your chain. You got to work the trap into the ground good and pack it with dirt all the way around. Now this is very, very, very important. This is probably the most important thing that you can do, is making sure that you get this trap stabilized, or if an animal steps on it and doesn't step on the trigger, it won't budge because they'll dig it up. And you can't just put these in the ground and run. You want to make sure you're confident with your trap set and make sure that it's good, because the trap's going to do the work for you. Now I don't have time to sit here and hunt for stuff that causes me problems because there's too many of them. So I got to have something else work for me. And this really does the job. I'm going to pack it in good around all the springs. You pack it in underneath the pan good, but you're going to have to clean that back out. Alright, you can take some more dirt. But you got to add more. And that's what I like about this pan coming up, because if you can see right here, I know where my pan is. It can't get lost. Now this is what it's gonna look like once your trap is bedded in there good. And say, once you get experience, you'll be alright. But if you don't have experience, these things do hurt. So what you wanna do is hold that dog down, because that'll keep that from flipping up and getting me. Then I set the pan just at a slight angle, facing up. Now I like to use these. There's different kind of stuff you can use, but it's just a square piece of latex. Of course, it's waterproof. You just lay that on top of the trap. Problem is when stuff gets wet. Then when I drop it down, it conforms all the way around the pan. You don't want the trap way too far under there. But we're gonna go back and clean that up in just a second. You want to kind of make it like a bowl. You want your pan is gonna be in the center of that bowl, and you want the animal to feel uncomfortable with stepping on something that's at a slant. You want them to step on something flat. So what you got to do is you got to get them to step right on that pan. And so you can look out here. It's along the side of a creek. It runs all the way through the property. So we do a lot of trapping and catching the stuff down here. But what I'll do is I'll just get me a stick. I know where my pan is. And I'll dig it right back out, knock all the dirt off of it. Of course, you gotta be careful because it's all set. As I say, you want to make it just like a bowl. Since this is a reset, we gotta work with what we got. So I'm gonna want the animal to step right there, and then I'm gonna put just a little bit on there. Cover the top of that pan. And then what we want to do is you got to kind of corral them in, but you want it to look as natural as you can. So we'll get some of these leaves and put back up here. Alright, now what you want to do, get you a stick. Ain't got to be a big one, just a little bit longer than the trap. My pan's right there, and I'm just going to put that stick right there. And when that animal steps over this stick, it's going to... Alright, we had a memory card problem, so the camera cut off. Alright, the last thing I believe I did was put this stick down here and said this is what I want to get the animal to step over this stick. And yeah, there's dumb asses everywhere. Alright, this is going to be a dirt hole set. So we're going to take a leftover chicken finger and we're going to stick it in the hole. And whatever they're going to want it. It's just a little trap tool that I built myself out of scrap pieces, because you can get a lot of trowels and hammers and all kinds of stuff online, but they mighty expensive, and me being a poor boy and all, I got to make my own. So what we're going to do is, if you'll come over here. Alright, the pan's right there, the trap's about right there. So depending on what you want to catch, you put your hole in different areas. But I'm after cats, possums, coons, it don't matter. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dig me a little hole out. You want to make it kind of look like an animal's been digging in there, so don't worry about leaving a little bit of dirt spread out. That'll be good. Alright, now if the animal comes in at any angle, it's not going to be able to see down in that hole unless it comes right here. Take your chicken finger or whatever you get, drop it down in the hole, push it in there. And when I get over here, some people cover their stuff up. I don't like to. I believe it lets more smell out. And then when they come over here and they look down the hole, they're gonna see it and they're gonna go after it. Now, with everything like this, you're gonna have to take something and kind of corral them in. So I don't want them to come in from this side. So I'll just stick that down in the ground. And on the back side, you just want to give them the easiest route to get in. They're lazy, looking for a free meal, and it ain't gonna work out for them. So now what's gonna happen is they ain't gonna have a choice but to come in from this front side if they want to try and get down there in that hole. So a little opening here and there. You want to try and make it look natural, but just throw you a stick or two. Throw you some leaves out. Kick the dirt around, it don't matter. They hungry, we're gonna get them. So anyway, we check these traps every 24 hours. So we'll come back tomorrow morning and we'll check it and we'll see if we got anything, and if not, that'll be good 4 or 5 days worth, or until we get a good heavy rain, and then we'll have to recheck it and reset it. Alright, thanks. Hey guys, it's been about 4 days since we last set that trap for feral cats, and according to my wife, we got one set in it. So y'all hold on a minute and come with me and we'll see what we got. Alright, what we got here is another feral cat. This makes 4 in about the past 7 days. And let's see if this one's feisty or not. Yeah, see, this is not no regular house cat that we got here. So this is the set that we had videotaped the other day, setting with a chicken finger, and this is the result. So anyway, when we have cats that we believe can be adopted out or whatever, we try and keep them alive and take them to the local animal shelter. But the way it is now, they've already got so many cats, they're not going to receive anymore. And when we take them down there, they end up dying anyway if no one adopts them. Now, I myself, I am a cat lover too. I actually have 2 cats at our house that we actually caught in live traps a couple years ago that we've raised up. So unfortunately for this cat, there's nothing else that I'm going to be able to do except dispatch it and move on, because you know, we got baby chicks, we got baby rabbits, you know, and this is part of what it takes to help keep our flock stay alive. And last night we ended up missing 2 of our baby ducks that are about 8 weeks old, and so we're going to set some more traps because we got something else after them that we're going to have to catch. So I'm going to take care of this one, and I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.